This is the entrance to Rajesh's house. The decorations have been put together by the kids, I believe. The twinkling lights and the candle lights. And then 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's pan it over. Okay. Now hold that pause. Hold that pause. Oh, yes. Action picture. That's what it is. And here's Musharraf himself. Deep in conversation.
I've hiked on it, just
Tell me, Musharraf, I'm at your command. What should I do? Batao.
You're looking really good. Both of you.
doesn't work
He
that
seem
way.
like he's lost weight.
What should I do? Tell me.
Seriously, go outside. See if you can take the candles. All the stuff that kids get.
Okay. What is it that you would like from Mushroom?
Mushroom? It's not what I like from Mushroom, it's what Mushroom likes from me.
Okay.
Mushroom is like a brother to me.
Hello. It's been wonderful. You've got everything in order. General just barks orders, but you're the one who actually does all the work. Okay. Already the guys have made a mess.
Usha issued a directive
And
throw everyone out of here.
And the cleanup crew is out here cleaning up the and 2 kids are cozy over here. Okay. And here the guys, little guys. The star center of Pali. Center, right? Perfect. Doing his take 5 thing. Yeah.
What else, dude?
You know those eyes that you make, you sort of bring both your eyes together?
The weird one.
The weird one.
We can do that too, I think. Whoa, guys.
Where you make your eyes, where you make your pupils disappear. No, you do the sort of, you shake your eyeballs, I think. You have some trick. Wait, what's that hanging out of your mouth? Cheese. All right, the back of Fari and the shining moment. Boy, it takes up the whole screen. You can see every single missing hair. Well, in all these years, you'll always find chairman next to food. And he'll have cornered the market as far as the good food is concerned. Well, there we have Rajan Jaswar talking about the benefits of Vipassana meditation and how that everybody should do it. And now if the whole world did Vipassana meditation for a week, there would be no war.
It will solve world
It will solve world hunger. It will solve everything. So I think the solution for the world is Vipassana meditation.
कोई marketing है. They tell you not to talk too much about Vipassana. But the thing is that
Guru Raj.
I see so many people struggling.
Enlighten others.
When you say, okay,
Hello there. Very good. Everybody is.
All right, Rajan's taking our philosophical discussion.
Haji.
Is this for our 50th, in our 50th party?
Absolutely.
You guys have to talk us up there, huh? When it's our 50th, we will 50th sometime. No, I was telling Anil, I said, better be classy. Better be classy. Not just small, but they can at least spend big bucks if they are not. That's right. You have to make up for the lack of creativity. Are you kidding? He just said IIT people are cheap. No. Nahi chalega. Why is he cheap? And he is saying he's feeling bad for so much. Because Manjari is so, we have so much to say. We know much. He's still in bad so much. I think he has heard enough. She said Manjari is very new. Nothing new. Manjari is
Tension Tantri.
Actually, Anil what he did is he asks us all. He is very ingenious.
Okay.
We would never do anything like that.
No, nothing to hurt your feelings. Please, yeah. We can't wait.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We can't wait for this.
We can't wait.
Now, what I've been told is that this show will be performed by all the ladies, and each lady is going to sing and dance.
Oh. Well, you're in for a big disappointment. Because
What
it ain't gonna happen.
What good is this?
It's your 50th, not ours.
Also, on your 50th, you're going to dance?
Yeah, only if you give us a classy.
It's a long way
birthday
away.
bash.
They won't even remember. You can say what you want to say.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Actually, they won't remember much.
Child marriage or what?
Are you kidding? He's got it all on tape. This is very well documented. That's why you were censored. Were you censored on the guys? No, were you so It's nothing. I know. Actually, you were face. It's all right. But this is the shade. Right now, it's like that. That's right. I just want to hear. Oh, no.
You're on my side, good.
Just an hour of each other, is it?
So this is the peanut gallery.
Standing outside the glass or in the head, you know. The pizza is not happening there.
Let's have some light.
I like the way he's died.
Let's have some light.
That light is all the way back there. Sujay!
He's the biggest BS artist of this over the hill gang.
I know who that is! Stand up, yeah. Stand up, yeah. You have to stand up first.
No.
They have to guess, yeah, not us. Okay, alright. Alright, next line.
No, it's Rajan Jaswal.
Okay, go on, read the next line.
His birthday is celebrated as a national holiday in India, and he and Muhammad Ali went around saying, "Blank, you are great."
Now who's that? I wouldn't know that.
His eating habits are legendary to one and all who know him. Even today, when he comes over to eat, he counts as at least 2 persons.
Do we know who it is? I think it's being narrowed down.
If you haven't guessed who it is by now, you definitely are not an alumni of the greatest class in IIT history. Once when he was in IIT, he went to an all-you-can-eat diner. After putting away over 40 chapatis. Wow.
Stand up there.
Stand up.
Like Oliver Twist, asked for some more. But unlike the Dickens character, he was made a deal by the owner. And if he stopped eating, he would not have to pay for his meal. That was all he needed to hear. And out he walked smiling like he pulled off a coup.
Apologies to Mushara.
When the wedding season was on, he would dress up and along with his cohorts, go to weddings at the Taj uninvited. He would smile and congratulate the bride and groom, as well as act as if he belonged. He would tell the waiters to get soft drinks or juice, and after having his picture with the bride and groom, sit down to have a sumptuous and, most importantly, free meal. Another little known incident about him is that as a freshie, he was in the final 3 for Miss Hostel.
Show us legs! Show us legs! We gotta see legs!
Ultimately won by Shrikant Tamnahe. Tamane. He has a wicked sense of humor, and one better watch it if he takes after you, because you are in for trouble. He is definitely the Ungli Master / Narad Muni.
Narad Muni. Narad Muni.
Okay, so who was that?
So, who was it?
Will the guilty stand up?
Hey, you're really looking great for all those free meals for you.
Let's see legs. Let's see legs. We gotta see legs. We gotta see legs. We gotta see legs. Oh, dikha. Tag dikha. Stretchy. Uto. Yes. We gotta see legs. We gotta see legs. Everybody say we gotta see legs. We gotta see legs. Legs.
None of the women are asking.
Okay. All right. Next.
Number 2 here.
Victim number 2.
Victim number 2. It is a mystery how this guy got into IIT.
Everybody feeling guilty now. Everything guilty.
And it is a bigger mystery that he graduated at all. It is even more intriguing when you realize that he joined to become a civil engineer and has a good spot who wants to graduate as an electrical engineer. Competing with the brainiacs of the department. But he pulls it off. He is full of joie de vivre, whatever that means. He's a well-known prankster. He laughs at his own jokes before anyone else does. He is persistent on articulating his opinion, regardless of whether it is right or wrong. His advice, surprisingly, at times, can be very wise and appreciated. He's a very loving father, and we cherish his wonderful friendship. Some of us think we know why, but others still do not understand why he is called
So why are you called Buddy?
You know, there was a guy who had every birthday asked for a pink ping pong ball. And on his 21st birthday, they asked him, what did he want? He said, I want a pink ping pong ball. And this went on for many years. And, you know, somebody like you said, you know, for all these years you asked for a pink ping pong ball. Why did you ask for it? He was just going to say that, and he died.
What did you say about nothing?
The buddy forgot the joke.
Something about him laughing
Okay.
Alright, number 3. Although I haven't reached the ripe old age of 50, I have gathered enough pearls of wisdom to conclude that the ratio of common sense to academic learning often tends to be lopsided. A case in point. My husband walks into the kitchen one morning, his face grimacing as if he has come out of Hummel Kamat's class. His mouth nauseous.
Everything's fine.
His mouth was nauseous, as if he were forced to eat a full meal at the IIT hostel mess.
Oh my God.
God help India! Can't we even produce decent toothpaste? He slams the newspaper on the table. Typically, I perceive the expression, God help India, as a cue to flee the room. I know the ensuing monologue verbatim. However, the mention of toothpaste intrigues me. A yellow toothpaste? Come on, give me a break. Can't they at least do some basic consumer testing? How can we ever compete in the world market? Those clowns in Delhi, they have no vision, just party politics. How long can they protect those crony businessmen? Pathetic. We're going to be marginalized in the world. My husband likes to think of global intergalactic issues while I tend to get eager by immediate mundane questions. Before he moves up to the theory of the Big Bang, I wish to rein him in. Honey, why are you ranting on about Indian toothpaste early in the morning? Because it's spoiled in my mouth, he says, sipping his coffee. How could it be? We don't have one. No, nor will we ever will. I threw it out. He snaps. The caffeine is taking its effect. Where did you find it? I persist. It was on the counter. Don't ever buy it again, he says, declaring his boycott, and he digs his head into the newspaper to devour the latest news. Perplexed, I go into the bathroom and ruffle the garbage bag. There it is, resting in the midst of a pile of tissues, the object of my husband's outburst. I come back to the kitchen sputtering with laughter. I wall up the paper and wave the tube across his face so that he can clearly read the blazing words. Vicko Turmeric Vanishing Cream. Brightens your complexion and keeps you radiant. This is who?
Rajan.
Dad!
Oh yeah. That was a ringer. Yeah.
This man has recently visited a European country in the past 4 years. In one city, where he continually prodded a local woman for directions, she, taken aback by his enthusiasm, excused herself for a minute, quickly ran backwards into her car, and drove away. In another city, he begged a lady to allow him to take a picture of his baby, of her baby. He said he thought the baby was cute. When she flatly declined, he pretended to walk away, and when she had her back, he quickly went back, took the picture. There was a time when he wanted to help his son in sports. When his son was only 9 or 10 years old, he took his son, to Malibu Castle. But it wasn't for games, golf, or even car racing. It was for baseball.
Oh, I thought it was for mechanics, yeah.
So he dragged his son out to the batting cages. There are 6 or 7 cages, each with a sign noting the speed of the balls fired by the gun. The first 3 cages are 30 miles per hour, the next 2 70 miles per hour, and the last 2 90 miles per hour. There's a long line to go to any of the first 3 cages, but the ones in front of the final 4 are non-existent. So he, not being one to read, takes his child out to the cage marked 70 miles per hour. His son warns him that the cage is 70 miles per hour. But this man just shakes his head and says all the cages are the same. So he forces his 9-year-old son into the cage and gets into the quarters. His son is still refusing to bat, but while the machine gets revved up, the boy gets ready and the first ball comes. He swings his bat and hits air. His father starts to argue with the son. You could possibly miss it. If you know what's happening, it fires the second ball. There is a sickening thud as the ball connects with bone. His son, writhing with pain, is too angry to speak. Outside, as the father comforts him and tries to assure him that the ball was only going 30 miles per hour, his son angrily points at the top of the cage towards the sign that the man had carelessly neglected. Who is it?
All right.
not as stupid as I look, guys.
No, he's even stupider. He's stupider. He's stupider.
But she has some visuals.
Who was the son that
He's talking about his farming. He gloats about it. He has his huge farm and he works all the time. So we have some pictures. And you can see, you can judge for yourself who does the real work.
Wait a minute. I grew up in Matrix. You could have never imagined the electrical engineer.
How many IT engineers does it take to start?
How many class of 70? You have to wait till it becomes greatest now.
He still probably has the best eyesight even today, and I'm sure he would challenge anyone to read what he can, as long as it's under a spotlight and at least 2 feet away from him. Even Blank will attest to this. Right now, he is lying in bed 15 feet away from me, trying to read what I'm writing about him. All his life, he has lived with more women than men. At IIT, his popularity was at the peak at Raksha Bandhan, when all his sisters came and tied Rakhi. His claim to fame was being the best social secretary. We were told of his coup in getting the women from Nirmala Nite to attend IIT for a dance. He had, and more than ever, has the gift of the gab. He could always find a way to persuade anyone in doing things his way, and in the end, claimed that was what they had always wanted to do. But he was not enlightened to the idea until talking to him. With his charming persuasiveness and nonchalant attitude, he could talk to people from all backgrounds and has no competition when it came to social secretary elections.
Social secretary.
Being a true banya, his negotiating His negotiating skills have been well documented over the years. In his early days as a social secretary, he tried to raise money to be the first hostel with a TV. Since no one wanted to dish out the money up front, he charged admission to all who wanted to watch the test matches and actually made money on the deal. However,
I had to let Kannu in free. Kannu and Narya.
However, his claim to fame has been swiping paychecks and donating to the IIT BHF fund. Of all the positions in the organization, he was the only unanimous choice for collector.
Collector Sahib.
Even though he has a mercurial temper, which is an understatement, and has a very hard time admitting to the fact that he is a little less than perfect, he is indeed a friend to have in need. Oh yes, and no one will ever accuse him of not being honest.
I only want you to add, I have my wife's permission to say I'm henpecked.
It is.
This man's a stellar example of how far a first-class education coupled with a bright, inquiring mind and a limitless dedication can take you. He has changed the world for the better in every aspect of life that he has put his mind to, personally and professionally.
Oh God!
His gift of humor, coupled with a keen insight into people, have brought him many triumphs.
Solid boy.
I thought I was supposed to introduce Hemant. Sorry. Let's start again.
Is this part of the script?
There is a script, yeah.
Alright. Let me start again. This man is a dedicated instigator, an arm-bending fundraiser, doubles as his company's therapist, and has managed to personally kill over $100 worth of aquarium life. He's an avid traveler and scholar. However, unless you talk to him about it, you may never realize his deep love and knowledge of history, natural science, and teaching. He has always lived his life by doing something because it was the right thing to do, no matter how difficult it was. Even through his many midlife crises, from going into consulting to buying luxury cars to having the biggest aquarium on the block. He has been a loving husband, a supporting father, and a dedicated entrepreneur. He is always there for you, provided that you can catch him in the middle of his various meetings and can keep him talking through the incessant buzzing of his PDA.
He's Blackberry.
Anytime anyone needs information about anything, he's the person to call because he's the great trivia collector. Once on a vacation, his wife threatened to make him sleep with another IIT.
There are 3 witnesses.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the rest of you guys.
Feel sorry for Prashant.
Alright, because, anyway, the reason for this was because after 4 glasses of wine and a heavy meal, he went back to their room, turned on his computer, and started micromanaging all his homework. Jeez, man, have some mercy. This guy who used to work all day, has daughters, waited up to 10... Sorry. Waited up to 10 at night to do their homework because that's how long it took him to finish his meetings. Come home and supervise them. Guess who it is?
That was a great giveaway.
Guess who? Called his wife at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday morning and said, "Gee, I don't remember it, but everyone else in my office seems to believe that I've invited 15 people to dinner tonight."
I know it can be.
He seems not to know how to tell time. Got pro football tickets for his kids and an invitation to a formal dinner in a very romantic place for his wife. Both in the same evening. Managed both of them. Impressed a bunch of teenagers by beating them at Half-Life. I'm impressed. He's such a good cook that his family does not even complain when his gourmet creations mean dinner is eaten at 9:30 instead of 7. Well, maybe his wife does because she spends hours chopping stuff.
Just like
she has specific instructions about the length and the width of carrot pieces.
1.5 inches, not more than 1/8 inch. No.
He drove his mother-in-law for 7 hours to see a national park so that his wife could take a break from her mother.
Dedication to the husband.
Most of the movies his kids see are with dad because mom refuses to watch Jet Li, Jackie Chan, and Austin Powers. Thinks he can do his wife's job better than she can, and certainly gets along better with her boss than she does.
That's a good
I was a young girl, educated, presentable, from a good family, and totally deserving and dreaming of a husband.
Shouldn't have married a ID guy.
Okay. Who is smart, intelligent, educated, preferably from IIT, and who would protect me and take care of me. And I found my dream husband. This is not me, okay?
It's okay, Satvik, you're a
True to my husband's spirit of adventure. God, super awkward. We went to Kaziranga National Forest for our honeymoon. And guess what? The very first day was a hike.
That's why.
Having just been married, I was a docile and obedient wife.
Not anymore!
Was.
So I don't know what happens to them afterwards.
You can be so
I already get the excuse having just been married.
Okay, go on, sorry.
And hence we both hiked. It was late evening and we met some people on the way up the mountain. They said there are some black bears in the area. He again, due to his daring nature, said that there is no such thing.
Positive. It's a blackberry, not a black bear.
No way, no way.
Chansey nahi hai.
A little bit of foreshadowing. Right? Yeah.
There are no black bears, only blackberries.
There's nothing to be afraid of, he said. We climbed some more, a lot more. Suddenly, there was a sound, and more sounds, of something moving towards us.
But he.
And in a few seconds, which felt like minutes, he said, I think it's the bear. And he ran down.
Leaving his wife behind.
We're getting to that. I was a wife of 2 days. Not a mountain climber. I struggled to run behind. And a thought crossed my mind. Is he this scared? Where's the protector? Now, 25 years later, I'm so happy that I still have a smart, intelligent, IIT-educated, entrepreneur, millionaire husband who takes care of me, but I have dropped the protector from my list. Alright, we have a few short tales left for you here. When Dad, Subhash, came to IIT, he used to have a buzz cut. No photos to substantiate this accusation. But as is widely known, he's called Tenchin Tantri. Once Birdie borrowed his car during Mood 1 and didn't show up for a while. Mood I? Okay. Mood I, and didn't show up for a while. Tenchin Tantri reported it to the police.
I did.
Of course.
Anyway, someone else ended up swiping the car and got arrested at Y Point.
Who was that? How come they could get to the car, Birdie? You have some explaining to do.
He pleads the fifth.
Yeah, I think the fifth amendment. We always fight things from each other.
Okay. Prem used to listen to Hindi music while studying. He would study late into the night. Once there was a song that came on something like Uru Uru Tere Tere.
Whatever it was.
Tere mere pyar shuru.
And Colin would sing
Upuluru uru uru. The real question is, why was Colin singing to Prem? Seriously, too few females at IIT. Most of you may have heard this next one before, but it is worth repeating. During an argument, Nina says to Prem, "You always give me a hard time." Prem turns to Samir and says, "Do I ever give Mom a hard time?" Samir says, "No." "Dad, you give Mom no time."
More than she wants.
Time to go back to work.
Hallmark of an IITian right there. This guy was so nervous about picking up his new wife who had just arrived from India for the first time to join him. He drove his car into a wall.
Oh, that's a. Who was that? Yeah. It was a big
Well,
fire.
looks like we're done here. And I think we have a slideshow ready
All right.
to accentuate this humor a little more.
Okay. Really accentuated.
All right.
Encore, 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 encore. और एक बार, और एक बार.
Will you lock the door? Will you still leave me? Will you still leave me when I'm 64? Oh God! You always need to have a last word. So wait a moment. So on behalf of the 50 gang that is getting better, I kind of forgot the age, so I was trying to look for what that age 50.
You can't see too well anymore.
Yeah, I can't see well. I still can see well actually. That's a misnomer. But
Memory is the second.
memory is the second. But I want to thank all our better halves for getting us where we are today, and all the nice things you said about us. I think they were too complimentary. Actually, they could have been a lot worse, and so you went light on us. And most of all, I want to thank Matra for hosting this party, and for Manjari and Nina. Okay. And Bharti too. Okay. Everyone else who made this party a tremendous success. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy Thanks, guys.
Wonderful. Manjari.
We have to do
Congratulations.
Oh, that's it.
Manjari was fantastic.
The range is much broader now. That's right. No, don't worry. That'll be. I think you should send this. Yeah, we DVD it out. Yeah, champagne. Hey, who's in charge of DVDing this? Yeah. This is public consumption.
This was very nicely done. You know, तुम्हारा senior लोग आते थे तो you know it would have been much worse. Be happy, you know. You only saw the